Good evening, y'all. I had this live planned all day, and then a lot of things have went on since then. Here at home, so I'm not going to be able to make it as long as I want. But I am still going to cover some of the stuff that I talked about, and some drama, of course. But until then, I will play my. Let's see, what song do we want to get started off with? What kind of mood do I need to get in? Yeah, I need this kind of song for this live because I'm in a mood. So it lifts me up. There, let me turn this down. All right, we're gonna switch it up. We can only play a few every now and then, but I'm not ready. I'm trying to get everything ready to go.
This may not matter to you that much, but I just thought I might share at least the things which cause me grief, which means that I do not care. You feel my spirit in the room whenever I am not there. You're alone, your heart cries out for me. Yes, I am aware.
We all make
mistakes, and we love to love. You don't be heartbreak is wrong. It get dangerous. You still crave my love. Like I know. My name's amazing. I was thinking I'm someone you should know. It ain't a bitch I can't make crazy, baby. Truth be told, I know I'm fly as hell. Don't know no one myself. I walk in the room and you go, you gotta catch your girl. That money been coming in lows. Bed them piled up. You show your ass, I get you smashed. I tell you what God love. That other bitch he fucking, that would be God. You probably think you at the gym, she got it tied up. He tell her he can't believe that he done got you pregnant. She take that money and get her heart and break her one myself. You know I'm Wi-Fi, that mean I'm well connected. Ain't nothing to lie about.
Hi, Quay Rich. Hold on. I know speaking blessings, guys, the windows with your soul now on the feet stressing. Then the end of the sequence, how I need to keep progressing.
I get your brother and teach you ever speak on Kevin. It may not matter to you that much, but I just thought I might share at least the things which cause me grief that I do not care. You feel my spirit in the room.
I'm not there. Hello, we all make mistakes, and we love to love. Okay, loves, get this party motherfucking started. So what? Um, we're gonna go. Crystal, please don't strike me. Please, 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 for the love of God, do not. But I've got to play Crystal and this voice. And I want y'all to tell me, okay, at the end of this, it says Jackie. Okay, at the end of this clip, it says Jackie, that of the person talking. It does sound like TT a little bit. TT is Tennessee Truth. For those of you who don't know, she is a local. Ties to Frank White, all kind of that stuff. But anyway, to me, in my opinion, because she says Jackie at the end. And everybody was thinking she said Jack, but to me it sounded like Jackie. And I'm wondering if y'all heard the recording of Jackie Dobbs' wife saying, "Then Jesus, get your motor running," basically. Um, It sounds like her in a way. Just listen. Just listen. Listen. Listen, Linda. Listen. So we'll start.
Needed a strong America First conservative in
Oh,
Congress.
shit. Shut up.
Okay.
Benny with a 50-year restraining order was trying,
Always about Benny.
Benny with a 50-year restraining order was trying, Okay, are you talking about Benny the YouTube creator?
That's why people are trying to avoid lawsuits on that little girl.
Okay, but can you tell me who you are and why you're crying? And do you?
Lawsuits.
I understand the lawsuits. I have lawsuits placed on me. What I'm asking you,
Like having a little girl in a basement.
who has a little girl in a basement?
I would suggest you not putting anything online anymore. Because it's going to go to prosecutors and feds in DC again.
Okay, I could be wrong on that, but if anyone has the clip of Jack, or whose channel, if somebody could leave in the comments, if you're on the replay crew, of who has that clip of Jackie Dobbs' wife talking about being Jesus, making her want to do the wrong votes. But I don't know now. This kind of sounds.
Bart's name isn't Bart.
TT.
Bart's name is Bart. His name is Bart Elder. I grew up with him.
Okay.
I've known him my whole life. Bart's name is Bart.
What's his brother's name?
That's TT.
What's his brother's name?
I don't know that he has a brother.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's TT, definitely.
You have a Tennessee accent. You don't have a Pittsburgh accent, so I don't think you know anything unless you're going to tell me you know something or call the TBI. Because I'm not quite sure what this phone call's about or who you are.
You know a Pam?
I know several Pams, ma'am, in life. I'm 48
How
years.
many Pams?
I don't know.
You know any Pains or Vines?
I would have to know why you're asking.
Hold on. Go back one time. Can't tell if she. Hold on.
You are.
You know a Pam?
I know several Pams in life. I'm 48
How
years.
many Pams?
I don't know.
You know any Pains or
Pain.
Vines?
I would have to know why you're asking.
Okay. This right here. I'm trying to say something.
Calls about her who you
You
are.
know a Pam?
I know.
I want to hear she's saying Dobbs right here.
Yes.
No, Jackie.
I do not know a Jackie Arnold.
I didn't say that.
Oh, well, you asked me if I knew Arnold. Can I just ask who you are?
I don't like them a book or a movie.
Say that again.
But I'm asking you verbally while I'm here with somebody else listening. So that's right now. But
Okay.
it's online.
I cannot promise you that because I don't know who you are and you're freaking me out.
But it goes into lawsuit things.
What goes into lawsuit things?
Because you're online and we know your name.
But I don't know who you are. You can't sue me unless I know who you are. For me right now, you're a troll.
It goes that way until it's settled in court.
What goes that way? I don't have a name or a number for you, and you are prank calling me.
Online, it's going to go that way 2 or 3 times.
No, it won't, ma'am, because you have to give me your name. I would have to dox you. And I'm not doxing you because I don't know who you are. You're giving me a name. You're calling me about some freaky stuff that involves a missing child, telling me that they're standing next to you. And I would like to speak to the police that are standing next to you.
I didn't say police. Now, was your dog police?
No, ma'am. Bart is married to my friend Lisa. He was missing.
And the picture is a picture of a girl with her throat cut, right?
No, there is no picture of a girl with her throat cut.
With the purple hair?
A girl with a throat cut with a purple hair. Cher had purple hair, but her throat wasn't cut.
You mean a picture of her with her throat cut?
With the purple hair.
Her picture is the picture that is on my wall. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I'm asking you, do you have me on a live right now? So
No, I'm not on a live.
Okay, let me go forward just a little bit more.
do you know anyone of name Guilty?
No. You're not even naming people that I know from my city. I don't quite understand why it is you're calling me and
I
harassing
don't
me.
know it, Joe. I'm not. I'm just asking.
Well, I can't answer these questions
Hold
until
on. I think I would crack the case.
Never really wear it.
Y'all, okay. To me, that voice, that was somebody. That was somebody trying to fuck with Crystal. It kind of sounded like TT, but it could have been somebody Linda put. I don't know. But to me, I think I ain't gonna say it. I can't because I don't want to. I can't. I don't want to put it out there because I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive, but it sounds like somebody. All right. We listened to Killer's 3-minute video last night. So this is his latest from today. So we're gonna listen to what he had to say. And y'all tell me what y'all think, because I think we're closing in on something here. I really do. And always when Killer's live, it's clock in time, for real. Or not live, but his videos, I clock in all the way, because I know how to read things. Killer Looks took thousands of hours doing Jody's transcripts. What's your full conclusion is a breakdown and opinion of Jody Sue in relation to Summer Wells' case during
Jody Sue Brown's involvement in the Summer Wells case has been deeply problematic due to her constant contradictions, shifting narratives, and self-victimization. As a neighbour to the Wells family on Ben Hill Road, she has positioned herself as an eyewitness by making several key claims, including that she heard a scream on the day Summer disappeared, was aware of drug activity in the area, and had been watching the Wells property closely leading up to Summer's disappearance. However, her witness testimony is filled with inconsistencies. Law enforcement, including the FBI, TBI, and Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, have dismissed her claim about hearing a scream, stating that they found no credibility in it. Despite this, she continues to insist that it was a crucial piece of evidence, even contradicting herself by saying she initially dismissed it.
Thanks.
Additionally, although she places herself near the crime scene and claims to have observed the Wells family, she fails to provide any useful information that could have helped solve the case. If she was...
I'm going to listen to this in a little bit more, and then I'm going to put my copyright thing in here too real quick.
An observant and reliable witness, how did she fail to see or hear anything of actual importance? Jodie Sue frequently alters her story, depending on who she is speaking to and what narrative benefits her at the time. She has contradicted herself in multiple key areas, such as the timeline of Summer's disappearance, her knowledge of drug activity, and her stance on her ex, Andy. In one instance, she stated that Summer vanished on June 14, 2021, rather than the official disappearance date of June 15th, as confirmed by the TBI. This raises serious concerns about whether she was intentionally trying to alter the timeline or if she is simply unreliable.
Unreliable at times. Okay, let me stop this, and I want to read the copyright disclaimer because I forgot to run it. So at least it needs to be documented on here. Everything is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. This video is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. All material used belongs to its respective owners. No copyright infringement intended. So all credits go to Killer Looks and Crystal, and PG when I get to her.
Regarding drug activity are even more alarming. She claimed that Andy was selling drugs to Candace Bly and that children were being sedated and abused as a result. Yet she later denied saying it or suggested her words were taken out of context. If she knew that children were being sedated, why did she initially defend Candace and Don Wells? And if her accusations were false, why did she make them in the first place? Her stance on Andy is another area of concern. At times, she refers to him as a monster and claims he is dangerous to children and others. However, she has also gone out of her way to defend his alibi, stating that he was at work at the time of Summer's disappearance. If he is as dangerous as she says, why does she stand by his alibi so strongly?
She's stupid.
This pattern suggests that she weaponizes accusations against Andy when it benefits her, but defends him when it suits her.
Absolutely.
This behavior raises questions about whether she is truly concerned about Summer's case, or if she is simply using it to manipulate public perception and further her personal grievances against her ex. Jodie Sue's behavior suggests that she may.
So do y'all think this is a vendetta against Andy, or do y'all think that she's just bored and because she's not bored, but just trying to get back at him for what he did, things like that. So who knows? I have no clue. But let's see if we can cipher it.
Interested in solving Summer's case as much as she is in controlling the narrative around it. She has repeatedly inserted herself into the case while distracting from real evidence and focusing on online feuds. She makes herself the central figure in the case, often overshadowing Summer, and engages in drama with other content creators instead of contributing meaningful information to the investigation. She has also monetized the case, constantly playing the victim while ensuring that attention remains on her rather than Summer. Additionally, she has an intense hatred for Andy and is accused of using the case to retaliate against him. If she truly wanted justice for Summer, she would focus on and work with law enforcement instead of using the case as a personal battleground. While there is no direct evidence officially naming Jodie Sue as a suspect, her behavior raises significant concerns that warrant further investigation. She lived in close proximity to the Wells property and claims to have been watching the area closely, yet she has failed to provide any information that has helped move the case forward. She openly admitted to knowing about children being drugged and abused, but did nothing about it, which is highly suspicious. Her extensive involvement in online drama and narrative manipulation has done more harm than good, as it has muddied the waters of the investigation. If she were truly innocent, why does she act so defensively and change her story so frequently? Jodie Sue's contradictions are evident when comparing her statements about June 15th, 2021, the day Summer Wells disappeared. At various times, she has suggested she has first-hand knowledge of what happened, claiming she heard a scream and was aware of key details from that day. She has implied she was closely watching events unfold and has positioned herself as an important witness.
That's Killer
However, when
Luke's
confronted with specific
link right
questions
there.
about people like Andy or Fred and their actions that day, she suddenly claims ignorance,
And this is for
acting as
Crystal.
though she wasn't paying attention and has no idea what they were doing. This is a clear contradiction. She can't have been both hyper aware of what's happening while also being completely in the dark about major players in the case. Jodi Sue is not just an unreliable witness, she is a disruptor in the case. Her shifting narrative.
Now, keep in mind, this is AI going through everything that Jodi Sue's put out in Summer's case, went through all her transcript, all this. And this is what she's come up with about Jodi Sue's role in this case.
Victim complex and involvement in personal feuds have negatively impacted the investigation into Summerwell's disappearance. Rather than aiding the search for the missing child, she has used the case to further her own agenda, whether for personal revenge against Andy, online attention, or financial gain. Law enforcement should re-examine her statements and motives, as there are too many inconsistencies and self-serving behaviors to ignore. At the very least, her presence has complicated the case rather than helped it.
Absolutely.
And at worst, she may know more than she is admitting. If law enforcement has not thoroughly cross-examined Jodi Sue, they absolutely should. Her actions have harmed the case, and it is time for serious scrutiny into her real role in Summerwell's disappearance. If she is truly invested in finding justice for Summer, she should be willing to provide consistent, truthful statements rather than shifting the focus onto herself. The best way to counter Jodi Sue Brown's manipulative tactics is to avoid engaging in the chaos she thrives on while focusing solely on facts, evidence, and justice for Summer Wells. By refusing to be drawn into her emotional outbursts, contradictions, and distractions, we take away her power to control the narrative. Instead of feeding into her need for attention, the most effective approach is to highlight her inconsistencies, demand accountability for her shifting stories, and call out misinformation with verifiable facts. Content creators and investigators should focus on exposing her contradictions with side-by-side comparisons of her statements over time, allowing her own words to discredit her without unnecessary speculation or drama.
We have done this, Miss Madam AI. Now here we go. Like this here, listen to this about what Jodi says right here, okay?
Summer and ensuring that justice is served.
You know,
This is Jodi Sue Brown, the neighbor.
Like a motherfucker. But it ain't AI. Oh, it is. But that's AI's voice. Something definitely got put into it. Boys and girls, buckle up. It looks like one of the brighter. Oh, these mini splendid writers. And I'd love to tell you this is Killer Looks' writing, but it's not. The motherfucker is illiterate. Oh shit. These dumber bag fucking rocks. These comparison.
Let's get one thing straight about my brother from another mother over there named Killer Looks. Killer Looks to y'all. Fam to me. Unless you're but no, he's not dumb as a box of rocks. He's smarter than most people. So Bodie Sue, you got a crush on Killer. No, but no, it's not the truth. Killer is not dumb. He's far from dumb. If you go watch any of his lives, he has, please, if you are not subscribed, go subscribe to Killer and to Crystal as well. Now back to Lion Sue.
I mean, when you talk, look, you just can't. This is not him. Somebody, and I'm gonna guess who in the crew, because I've heard almost this exact shit fall out of all couple of them in Slim Hive's mouth. I mean, word for word. It almost sounds like this dumb Smith put in their video statements and then made AI read it out. you know, their actual
Pesky meddling kids.
transcript in their video. But, hey, you get one of the other members to tap it out and just have the AI.
It says kind of bougie, kind of broke.
Ain't that hard. It ain't. And or you take one of their videos and you just feed that sucker right on in. I got to be into a wood chipper. I'm my guess.
Did y'all hear that? Like a goddamn body into a wood chipper. For those of you in the back, listen to Jody Sue.
With the killer. Just saying. Language is based. So anyway. We're just gonna listen to the rest of this fuckery.
Fuckery. Why you look so worried, Jody? Without using the transcripts, just on the public information available, what would be your opinion of Jody Sue Brown? Here we go. This is being typed into in relation to the Summer Wells case. That's what he's typing into the thing.
Based on publicly available information alone, without relying on transcripts, Jody Sue Brown's role in the Summer Wells case appears to be one of manipulation, misdirection, and self-serving narrative control, rather than genuine involvement in solving the case. From the very beginning, Jody Sue inserted herself into the case with her scream story, claiming to have heard a child scream on the day Summer disappeared. However, law enforcement, including the FBI and TBI, have dismissed this claim as having no evidentiary value. Despite this, Jody Sue continues to push the scream narrative, even though her own retelling of it changes over time. One moment she's certain it was significant, the next she suggests she might have overanalyzed it, then she reaffirms its importance again. This level of inconsistency suggests she is using the scream as a way to keep herself inserted into the case rather than presenting solid evidence. Beyond the scream, her overall storytelling is erratic. She frequently contradicts herself, making broad claims about people involved in the Wells circle, only to later downplay or alter those claims. A major example is her shifting stance on Andrew Bernard, her ex. While they were together, she did not publicly accuse him of anything alarming, but after their split, she suddenly began labeling him a monster, a drug dealer, and a predator. This isn't to say Andy is innocent of all wrongdoing, but it does suggest that Jody Sue tailored accusations to fit her personal grievances, rather than stick consistent facts. Jody Sue plays the role of a professional victim, constantly inserting herself into the case while simultaneously claiming she wants to be left alone. She engages in dramatic feuds with other YouTubers, dominates conversations about Summer, and acts as if she is a central figure in the case when, in reality, she was just a neighbor with no real evidence to offer. She has a pattern of attacking anyone who questions her version of events, which is a classic tactic of someone who wants control of a narrative rather than transparency. The biggest issue with Jody Sue is that she acts more like someone trying to obscure the truth than someone trying to reveal it. Her behavior has created distractions, deflected attention away from real leads, and injected unnecessary drama into an already convoluted case. Whether this is intentional or just the result of her personality, the effect is the same. She has done more harm than good. So what does it mean in relation to the Summer Wells case? Jody Sue is not a credible witness, and her continued involvement has likely damaged real investigative efforts. She may not have been directly involved in Summer's disappearance, but her constant shifting narratives, contradictions, and deflections.
So, moral of the story is even AI thinks that Jody Sue contradicts and lies and makes up shit and does all the things, as she would say, that she has been doing to keep herself relevant And in order, in my opinion, to keep herself relevant is to, I think it has more to do with Andy Bernard, personally. But I don't know. I don't know about that one. So let me fast forward it a little bit because I think it gets into
of a cover-up, whether that involved moving a body, disposing of evidence.
Okay, right here.
His name consistently.
This is about my hold on. This is about my friend Fred Hill. Now, this is what AI says about Fred.
Intriguing and under-discussed figures orbiting the Summer Wells case.
Now, this is my friend, y'all.
Name like Don or Candace. His name consistently surfaces in subtle, indirect, and often intentionally vague ways, mostly from people like Jodie Sue Brown and others familiar with the Beach Creek area. That alone makes him worth serious attention. From what's publicly known, Fred Hill appears to be someone with deep local roots and long-standing connections to both the drug scene and individuals tied to Summer's world. He's often mentioned in connection to Andy Bernard, Jodie Sue's ex, and occasionally in reference to things like coded messages, strange behavior, and off-the-record conversations. He's not someone who jumps in front of cameras or talks to media, but his name lingers in the back.
Fred does not jump in front of cameras or talk in front of media because Fred is very shy, and people talk about Fred and say that he's high and things like that whenever he is not, and that is why Fred doesn't do that. All right, so Lactose, on another note, found something interesting about Jeanette, Miss Mama Bear, because she was recording police. Florida is an all-party state, meaning you have to tell all parties they are being recorded. Yes, so is Louisiana. So is Louisiana. Yes. Now, what I can tell you about what's being said about Fred, and I'm not saying this because Fred is my friend. I'm saying this because shit, PG's alive. Was it today? Hold on. Wow, something's got proof of some real truth. Amen. Hold on. Okay, this is part 2.
Ready?
This is part 2 of 13. What I was going to cover tonight. So I'm going to wait and cover PG. How long have I been live? Let's see. Yeah, 32 minutes. I'm good. I'm going to wait and cover the PG part of it because I want to rewind last night and listen to tonight too. So I'll know exactly who this Shadow person is. Do y'all know Shadow? But now, of course, it wouldn't be my channel if we didn't have some tea. And this tea ain't sweet. Hold on to your cupcakes, Nelly, because I got something to say. Okay? Yes, it says kind of bougie, kind of broke. Okay. My dear friends, Munch and Tammy, who is Shadow, if you're not watching PG, I'm fixing to end getting off here. He is somebody that was on PG's, and apparently he knows a lot about the case, a lot about Dawn. Let me go to PG real quick.
When they got charged with.
Okay, I'm gonna back it up. PG, please don't strike me. Tammy, if you're still in here, will you put PG's link in the chat, please? Please. I doubt she will. She said anybody can use this content, so all right, let's get through her highs and hellos.
2.
Act Right's in there. That's why.
Yeah, Brad Brat number 1. Brenda number 2, Linda number 3, and
Okay, she's
one.
all right. Come on, you shit.
It's after the job is closed. I might as well leave the price.
She's talking about her little boy.
I don't know. I know we got Carter's. We got Carter.
This is somebody she knows.
Would have said, "Hey,
hold on."
You know, a good person would. A good person.
Let's go back to last night's live. It'll explain more.
What told her?
Let me back up just a little bit. Well, this is tonight. Let me back up to right here.
I know. I checked.
Here we go.
Straight. Just saying. Just saying.
Here we go. Yeah, there is a voice for change. There is a voice answer.
And he said he knew he was going to lose her, and he wanted that's why he wanted to tell Candace, but that don't make sense because he knew he was going to lose.
She's not going to strike me, Fred. I don't think.
Nothing happened to her, but yet he was in on it.
Fred, put PG's
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, buckle your seatbelts, you guys.
Buckle them, y'all. Buckle your seatbelts. Put them on.
This is shocking. What you're about to hear next.
Hey, Fred. I hadn't talked to you all day.
Everybody got their seatbelts.
No, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Put a 1 in the chat if you do. I couldn't believe it. I had to confirm it like a couple of times, I believe. So make sure you
Fred
buckle your
Lactose is
seatbelts,
good
get
people.
your snacks, get your drinks.
Really good people.
Buckle up.
Buckle up,
All
buttercups.
right.
Here we go. Saddle up, Jody.
All right. Here we go. Hey, much love to you, Texas Blue 22. Good to see you, hon. Good to see
I'll
you.
go give her
here.
a super sticker or something.
You're in here. You're in here right on time, girl.
And yes,
right
Fred
on
Hill
time.
does have a wrench in my
All right.
channel.
Let's do it.
Right. Okay, what did the boy get in trouble for?
Nothing overall for little boy at the foster house. That's why it was moved a couple of times to different foster families.
He got in trouble for what?
Molesting little kids at the foster care, at the foster house.
The oldest boy?
Yeah.
Oh, who told you that?
They did.
Donnie Candace?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why he got taken out of the first house. Because the kids kept complaining and then the same to the second house, he did the same thing, but the people caught him doing it. And they said absolutely they wouldn't take him. Because then they moved him out of foster care and put him into a boys' home.
Wow.
Wow.
And that
Down part, it's like
that was Josie, the oldest boy.
Yes,
And Donnie Candace told you this.
absolutely.
Oh, wow.
100%.
Yeah. Wow. Right. Whoa. Mm-hmm. That exactly. OMG. Mm-hmm. I was like, what?
I love what you did. I was like, what?
Who said that? You know, I had to be like, Don and Candace. They said it. You know, I had to get confirmation on that one a couple of times, right? Because it's like, if my ears hearing what I'm hearing, oh yeah, they was hearing it all right. They was hearing it all right. Whoa, right? I'm gonna tell you, yeah, Donnie Candace be saying some stuff, some real stuff, you guys, some real stuff. And
I have a question. How are you feeling this Aries season? Are you
I'm
feeling
trying to find.
momentum?
I'm trying
Are you feeling like
to
the energy is a little bit faster
send
right now for
PG
you?
a
Well,
super
guess what?
sticker.
On April 19th, the sun is going to enter the sign of Taurus. Where is
I don't know which one.
so, sit back, buckle up, Here we go.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
100%.
Did they tell you? Did they tell you that they online Summer?
Candace did.
She did tell you she online Summer.
Yeah, she said she was in on it. Donnie actually unaligned her. And then she was in on it. She never wanted to do it because Donnie and her were sleeping the other night. She knew what was going on, but she never said anything because Donnie would beat her up. That's her what?
She said Donnie was sleeping with Summer.
Yeah.
And she didn't say nothing because Donnie would beat her up.
Yeah. She didn't care about Summer, Sissy. She didn't care about Summer. All they cared about was the boys.
Sissy.
Why did they care about the boys?
Who calls her Sissy? Sissy. Benny calls her Sissy, but I don't think that'd be Benny. Membership gifting. Buy her a little $10 super chat. So apparently the oldest boy has molested some people. Don does call her Sissy, but he was talking about Don.
This time, when she takes Candace home, she's going to cut.
Okay, now they're talking about Dee Dee, so here we go.
With her because she has become very rude and saying very ugly and nasty things to Dee Dee. Candace was, and I heard that Dee Dee, wasn't appreciating the way that Candace was trying to, like become overbearing and trying to run everybody's life.
Right. And because I asked her when Dee Dee died, I said, "You going home?" She said, "No."
Yeah.
I said, "You want to live in our house with that man who's like just died?" She said, "Yeah, we get along great."
Yeah. And I heard that she didn't get to take Candace home that time. That time she became real sick. She said she believed she needed to go to the hospital again, like the first time Candace had visited up, and she ended up in the hospital. And then Candace came.
You're welcome.
Back,
You're welcome, y'all. I just gave PG a $10 super chat.
And I heard this time, Dee Dee, was talking to people about how Candace was being and stuff, and Candace was there for a minute, and this woman ends up completely dead. And I heard Candace waited until she was dead.
This is all true.
And still didn't call for help.
No, I'm going to with her.
Just
like she was sitting outside and told me that she did die. So when she just said, about 10 minutes ago. And I said, "Didn't you call an ambulance?" Said,
Fred,
"Yeah, she did." But I called her husband to come home. I don't know where he was.
Fred Hill, who else calls PG Sissy besides Benny, Donnie?
Take care of it.
Mary.
Wow.
She told me 4 days before she left that when Don goes to work on a certain day, they'll be there to pick her up, and they did.
Yeah.
Then he'd call me 50 times a day crying over her. And he said, "You think she's ever slept with anybody else?" I started laughing. I said, "I can name 3 that I know of."
Right. Yeah. And 2 underage and 2 underage minors. That first boy that she had up there that was just a kid.
Yeah, but
and
Candace didn't call it in.
Fight to get him back. And then Hunter, who she groomed, and we know she told Jose that, you know, she was his first.
Fred, can you verify this?
And then, you know, and then I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Benny, you know,
it's not Benny.
Was with it. That, you know, I don't know about Ernie, but I believe Benny done something with it.
I do too.
I don't.
You know, I think he'd do anything for click, likes, and views. And
okay, Fred. Okay, sorry, I get them mixed up too.
That's just my opinion, but it's also my opinion that I believe Candace killed that DD.
I do too.
Listen to this.
I mean, here's what's weird.
Right here.
Okay. Hunter and his sister. And people around Candace, but they say that Hunter's Hunter's sister's boyfriend found Allie laying dead.
Nothing wrong, Fred. She was talking about Dee Dee's husband, Fred, not you. That was Fred.
Around the same time. That wasn't making sense. You know, if you were in her, like I said, if you're close to Candace, stay away.
Don't let her cook for you, white boy.
Exactly the way Leslie died.
I know, right? That's what I was going to say.
White boy and Noel went over there, got sick as hell when they came back.
And Hunter was living with Leslie.
Right.
Hunter didn't have anything to do with it.
And she was threatening to go to law enforcement with something and told Allison if she didn't, she was going to. Well, she ended up dead.
Yeah.
And then after Hunter moved back in with Allison and stole all her money and got those tattoos and really had her upset.
Oh, God, here we go.
And she was, you know, and according to Andrew, Allison said she was thinking to the law, thinking about police and you know, because of how Hunter was and doing, and she ended up dead too.
Right.
You know, these are 2 women ends up dead the exact same way, both of them.
Can I share that, Fred?
Hold
on, I got some information, Fred. Hold on.
And you
know, that's what it is. When people around were dying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they didn't want Summer. They wanted the boys. And now they're saying, what I read was, it said, forget about Summer. You know, forget about Summer. Worry about us getting my boys done.
True that.
Right.
Fred just gave me some really good information. Okay, Fred just gave me some information on this stuff, and I'm trying to make him say, yes, I can.
I personally believe that Don had done set up his coworker that day, fired his coworker in order to blame all of this stuff on that was going to go down on the 15th. I think that Andy and them already had Chad Arnold and them knew that there was an open grave over there in Morrison Cemetery where they could put her before they even called on.
Okay, I can't put that out there because he's not 100% sure on it.
And so that's the last place they're going to look. They're not going to be disturbing somebody's gravestone. And, you know,
no, they're not.
They're all around it. And still, you know, they still didn't look in it.
Yes, there is the voice changer. PG's voice is changed. It's really weird. But what gets me is only certain people call her Sissy. And there's only like, it's not Benny because they've talked about Benny. I don't know. I really don't know. Could it be Tim Mullen? Don't know. I don't know. Mary, Dawn's sister, calls her Sissy. But I don't think this is stuff she would all know. It is PG. It's a voice PG talking. Like, are you saying they both sound like PG? Yeah. Jeanette, you fucking failing ass whore. Huh.
Right.
You know, and that was a really brilliant idea
That's PG right there.
until Andy Bernard ran his mouth about it.
Yeah.
Now, and I think he ran his mouth about it because Hell's Hot. And he was
Fred
trying to
Hill,
straighten his
do you
life out
think
a little
these are
bit
both
with this
PG?
new lady, and I think he wanted Summer to be found. I think he wanted her to be found. I think
I did too.
he possibly gave up where she was. And I believe she may be there.
Blue Solo Cup. What about Blue Solo Cup?
I mean, you know, I'm a full believer in it. But my thing is
That's PG. Okay. In my personal opinion, I think that is PG on PG just by listening to the wording. Benny was live Benny has a 4-minute video on David, the rapper David, who was they finally came out with the autopsy and what caused the girl Celeste's death. That was with him. And Don B so stupid. I ain't gonna try to go there with him right now. On the last night or two. Let me think. I'm trying to find Derek. So basically, moral of the story. Okay. I'm going to go over one of more Killer Looks videos tomorrow, y'all, because this is the one that's got, it says, Hills Tree Service, Van Hill Road, Green Hill, Tennessee, Frank Hill. Listen, it's Ernie. Just listen. Now, this is Ernie before Ernie went nutso.
Snap a photo, list your item. Easy.
I am
Once it
submissive.
sells, the buyer covers shipping. And with
Very
zero
much
seller
so,
fees, you
actually.
keep every dollar you earn. Less clutter in your home, more money in your pocket. With millions of users and low cost for your buyers, it's easy to
Because I'm
start
a
selling and
sick
earning.
bitch.
Start selling on Vinted today.
No. Okay, it says Michelle Hills Tree Service, Van Hill Road, Greenville, Tennessee, Frank Hill. I hope FBI and TBI check. Okay, listen, Ernie.
You guys know me by Ernie Shell.
Ernie Shell.
You guys also know me by another name, the Predator.
Oh, the Predator Runner.
I'm here for the kids when it comes to it. You also know me by the Summer Wells case. You know, I feel that there's still certain things that you guys need to understand. So why not bring it to you, the people, through my eyes? Here, this is the truck stop. This is the professional driver's lounge. It used to be a Greyhound.
Listen.
This is where Candace and this is where everybody's talking about those kids at. This is where they held those kids at. A lot of people thought, now this is not a bad place now. You can see that it's not a bad place. This is Van Hill Road. And you can see that. So if you go inside, now I've used this place many a times.
Okay, Ernie's used that place to sleep many a times, blah, 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 blah.
Matter of fact, I used it last night.
No.
You can see that. You can also see my...
Okay, Ernie slept there last night, he says. Now, listen to what this lady says right here.
Don Wells knows very, very well.
The 36 Motel, Ernie's saying Don knows that very well.
Like, we're sitting here, we're going to have a conversation with you outside for this because I'm not the only one that's seen what I've seen at this bus station today. So, what did you see?
Well, I saw yesterday too.
There's two ladies talking.
I saw that they had these little Mexican kids came in on the bus, and I just saw these people, yesterday with all these little kids coming. Two ladies had a sign. They directed them inside of the corner of the bus station.
Yeah, I think today they put them on that corner.
Yeah. Like today they did the same thing. But the thing of it was that yesterday they didn't have to read and give them a bus ticket for the kids because he said they didn't have no but they didn't want to give them.
Okay, oh my God, hold on. Fred, I gotta highlight this.
And the dads was the same thing.
How old were the kids yesterday?
Big kids, like 2 or 3 little kids, but they had more adults than kids today.
They have more adults than kids. How old would you say the people that were carrying babies, how old do you think they were?
12.
12?
Yeah.
So they're not adults, the ones that are carrying the little babies?
No, they not like 12.
No? You say it to there's another lady here. Look, it's just your voice I'm recording. I am trying to help with the human trafficking in the United States. You have to put this over to hear your voice.
There was one lady, she looked to be maybe between 10 and 12, and there was a little small child, probably 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
They were, the little girls.
Yeah.
They were so young.
They were trafficking.
Okay, so they're trafficking people in these bus stations, but that's in
the bus station.
What Killer's trying to say, because Killer's been putting a lot of emphasis, Fred, I think you'll agree, on Greenville. And what else that gets to me is when Jody Sue's talking, and on the video where they said that Killer did about leaving the hill, Andy and her were the only ones able to leave the hill that night. She specifically said Bailington, like she said Bailington. Well, is Bailington where? Like, I'm confused on, because some were saying Bailington was where Frank Hill lived, and then some people were saying that Greenville is it. I mean, I don't know how that works, and the only one that does is disappears in and out, liable to be. Fred, where you at? Are you fishing? Is Ziggy on TikTok right now? Okay, he must be doing something crazy. No, he must be verifying something, or let's see. Let's check and see if this is Fred right here. No. All right, y'all. Yeah, this is all kind of creepy. I mean, I just feel like we're coming close. We're getting close. I think Killer's closing in on a lot of things. If you go back and watch the videos, especially the ones about Jody, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings when it comes to that because of all the things that are involved. But if this is PG talking to PG, which is, I don't know. I'm not going there with her. Not doing it. Crystal, where are you? I don't know if she is or not. I'm actually coming back from fishing, trying to ride a bike. I knew that you were fishing. I knew you was fucking fishing always. Fred is always fishing, y'all. Always. At least the weather's warmer up there for you to be able to get out there and do it now. I mean, shit. And I don't think he'll mind me saying this, but You know, Fred, I'm not going to get into detail at all, but Fred and them have some weird things happen. Weird thing, people driving by and take it. And I know this for a fact because I've seen the pictures and that's been sent to me. It just driving by the house, just crazy with out of state tags. One being the state that a certain creator that makes a living off of Ziggy has a boyfriend that lives in that state. All right, y'all, I've been on here for an hour. I'm tired. And I've got to get over onto the tiki-taki for a little bit. So, Fred, if Ziggy's going live, I'm going to go show her some love. And I am going to possibly do a battle with somebody over there tonight. I don't know who. Let me have to see who all's on there. Battle. If you do not follow me on TikTok, I don't even know what my TikTok handle is, but I'm over there. Just now starting to go live, really. But hold on. But the Van Hill search property had to be pretty significant for them to go there, especially if FBI was. Yeah. Do you think it had more to do? It is, yes, Disco. It's my new one. It is new. It is new, and it is improved. Thank you for the subscription. Woo. But yeah, I agree, Fred. But do you think that it was because of the whole deal about the truck being sold? On that. And I know somebody spoke with Frank and recorded Frank Hill. That's finances, which tells me that about that fucking truck. Remember, and something about it being sent to like Mexico or something. Jesus. There's so much. Like, I was trying to explain this to Derek, my friend Derek Baker, and I was like, I don't know how to. Fred, can you answer that? I don't know. That's a free question. The truck that was supposedly in the fucking Toyota. You don't feel like it was about the truck. Oh, like maybe like a money transaction of somebody of their property maybe being able to be used for a certain nefarious act. Like burying a child. I don't know. There's just so much to this, y'all. It's just like, oh God, it makes sure my temples just like throb sometimes. It's like, ugh. But I do believe, and we always say this, Fred will tell you, Disco, all of us that have been here, I haven't been here since day one, of course, Fred has. But, you know, there's so much to it, y'all, that you just can't explain it to people. That you just have to give it. The closest thing I can say is evil exists because it's just so many short clips and she has so much. If you want to know more about Summer's demeanor, I suggest you go sub up to Zav Girl, type in Zav Girl Summer Wells, or type in Summer Wells church videos, and that will pull up all the church videos. I'm not answering that, but that'll show up all the church videos, and it'll show you her and Robin and all that. Yes, you've been here since day one, And there is a shitload of missing. let me put that highlight this for the ones in the back. A lot. And y'all, I'm going to tell you this wholeheartedly. Whatever Glenda had and Ryan finds nothing but drama and all that shit is saying about Fred is not true, because I can go back and I'm not going to read them because it's not relevant to her case. But I know I can say this. Stephen, whoever, Glenda's son, was talking about Fred selling trash dope. No. Fred dropped dope in the floor, and this motherfucker went to crumbing on the floor and it had dog hair and all kind of stuff in it, and he proceeded to use it. So Fred didn't sell him anything. But that day, the only person, Fred said that day that he went over there to, y'all, everybody knows Fred sold drugs. Fred went to jail for it. It's over with. But that day, the only person who wasn't accounted for was, and he is deceased. Can I say it, Freddie? I'm going to. Pete Clark. And Pete Clark is not kin to Randy Clark. Shut up. We on my damn nerves. That's why I keep my ringer now off. Lord. I liked Ryan. Yes. I liked Ryan up until he started attacking Ziggy for no reason. Not really, not the mama. Strange how a truck is always mentioned in Summer's case, and then you got the garage where the vehicles were destroyed that Mama Bear was involved in just a few years back. Yes. Did I say Pete OD'd? No, I don't know how Pete died. I have no clue. Just go. I know he passed away, but I don't know how. But I do know he is deceased. But he was just the only one that wasn't amongst the. But yeah, let me highlight this. Not to mama. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Fred. Fred was sweeping it up with a dustpan, and that dude that Ryan was interviewing, Glenda had son, he was like, "No, hell no, I'm gonna smoke that shit. Fuck, give it here." You know, roll. Well, no, y'all don't say roll tide. Y'all say whatever else up there. But whatever. But yet y'all want to talk so bad about Fred, but y'all were all loving him. I don't know on that one. I'm not sure. Maybe Disco or Fred. I wish Ziggy was in here because I know she could answer it. I don't know on that one. Pete didn't go into the hospital till after Summer went missing, and actually the one that called the ambulance for Pete was Marvin Simpson. So there you go. There you go. Pete didn't go to the hospital until after Summer went missing, and actually the one that called the ambulance was for Pete was Marvin Simpson. So y'all say what y'all want to about my friend, but I'm going to defend him because he ain't lied to me one time. Not one. I can't. I have not caught him in anything. We really don't. You know, we talked about. We went every avenue we could. Me and Fred on this case. It's so he knows a lot, and there's a lot that I don't know that he has told law enforcement a lot. And like Fred has told me, and the has put out many a times, y'all. There's gonna be a lot of people feeling real stupid when the truth does come out about a lot of things. I got a vape, y'all. This one is called Banana Ice. Oh my god, so good. All right, y'all. Much love to the ones that I love. Bushwhackers that need to whack your bushes, I'm sure. Mama Bear and crew. Thank y'all for stopping by, saying hey. Fred, thank you for coming in the chat. As always, Boober, Not the Mama, we know who you are. Disco, everybody that came in, Tammy, of course, and of course, Lactose. My goodness. Lactose is just here to hit on Tammy, though. I mean, we all know that shit. But for the rest of you, yes, it's getting closer and closer. I believe we're coming through a breakthrough. Offensive. I'm curious if you remember the jail calls between you and Ziggy, but do you remember the other person besides Cotton? There has been so many. Okay, Fred, tell him. Hold on.
Cocaine and stuff when Mark shot a guy. And Mark was sending a lot of bad dope and stuff to Pete and stuff. That's why I wouldn't never do nothing that Pete ever had that came from Mark. Because Mark tried to get rid of Pete for a long time. Finally, he succeeded. But the reason Pete died is because of infection in his blood where he's shooting up.
Yes, that heart infection. Yeah, there's an infection that goes to your heart. Like if you get some trash dope and you shoot it, it'll cause like a septic to go to your heart and you'll die. It's all the way around sad. I wish Laura did not stop talking, but PG, yeah, they were. Fred, who was the other person they were trying to say that you murdered? I don't think that's what it is, you guys. I mean, I know it was said, but hey, who was the other person that whenever they were saying that you were under investigation for 2 murders, was it them were you just saying that like considering that maybe Summer's disappearance was or were they calling Summer's disappearance a murder, or was there somebody else? What is that? Because I got somebody asking. Hold, please. He's home. I know one of them was Cotton, and the dude that Fred shot deserved it. Well, he hasn't answered me right now. So like I said, he's just now getting home. But whenever he does answer me, I will be sure to update everybody if I have that permission from Fred. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
They never said who I was under investigation over. See, I was on the phone talking to Ziggy or something about something, and they CO come and took me off the phone and locked me down and stuff. And I was trying to question why he took me off the phone. He said, well, you're under investigation for 2 murders. But I feel like it's just a bullshit accusation just to get me off the phone, and lock me down because me and Ziggy was talking something about Summer's case,
I agree.
But I don't know what they was talking about. I've never been questioned over nothing.
I knew that. I already knew that. Okay. There you go. No, he's not taking anything the wrong way. No. They just they wanted him off the phone because of Summer's case being talked about. They knew Ziggy was a YouTuber, which is why Ziggy couldn't have contact. They cut her from talking to Fred. Remember when all that happened? But there's some people that were in that jail whenever Fred would be on the phone, like that would be looking real hard at him, Yeah. Yes. Yes. He was. Not I can't. Don't quote me on that. I will ask him, but I'm not going to interrupt them right now with him just now getting home. But I believe that it was he was just being questioned to get off the phone. Basically, they were trying to get him off the phone. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go get ready for bed and all that good stuff. I got a couple things I got to do around the house. Tomorrow I've got to take John to the hospital. He's not doing good. So yeah. I love each and every one of you. Thank y'all for subscribing. My new subscribers, Disco family, whoop whoop. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It only takes a minute. And if you come in here, hit the like button. If you can't hit the like button, then that means you wasn't raised right. And comment if y'all have any more questions that he had to have Disco. Since I've talked to you, he's had to have triple bypass. And he had to have another vein put in his legs because he's calcified, and he had to have a cadaver vein put in. He's on dialysis now. He's fainted 3 times. Wouldn't let me call no one. Didn't want to go to the hospital. Tomorrow his ass is going come hell or high water. So there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. So I'm going to go in there and check on him. But I love each and every one of you. Thank y'all for coming in. As always, it is a pleasure whenever the chat goes like this. Everybody gets along and there ain't no heifers with wrinkled pussies in here pissing me off. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. And if y'all know me, I'm going to say it. Yes, it's very scary. And on top of that, we've got the kidney failure, and we don't know if he's going to be able to be matched now because of all this other stuff. So it's kind of like, so yes, just keep him in your prayers, please, guys. I will update on the Baton Rouge shooting today at the mall tomorrow as well, because we'll have definitely more information. But I want to clear up something. There were 10 people shot, not 6 to 8 like I thought. There were 10. I'm not sure if they were any unalivings, but pretty sure. But yeah, I'm going to gonna end this with a song that we have not listened to in a very long time. But I feel the need that it needs to be played tonight. All right. Good night, y'all. But yes, I'm gonna play this one song because it definitely needs to be played. But after, good night, guys. Much love. Y'all stay and listen, please. It makes a lot of sense.
World getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, baby, we elevate, educate. Look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate. Separate, segregate, don't celebrate. Quite yet the storm is coming, cue for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate. Instigate and penetrate the values of our country. And our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight. Pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on the streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Through the door of troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpent.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show, it stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with lies and accusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God,
here we go. This is my part right here.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, chosen just neglected, deflected by some breaking news. Oh, we just accept it, expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objectives, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the Testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be erected, lying not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheap. Nah, drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition. I'm gonna start resisting, and then I pray for forgiveness.
Oh, one day I hope you see the truth.
All right, guys. I don't want to play the whole thing because I don't want to get copyright. That is the Great Struggle Jennings and Caitlin Curtis. It's a great song. Kirst used to play it. Nana, Cher has played it. Actually, the first short I ever did was to me doing this with my earbuds in, listening to Cher, that song and Cher. One more thing I didn't say. God dang it, I say it every time. Lips has herpes. Sorry, had to put that in there. All right, y'all. Have a good night. If you are trying to do better in life, please continue. My motto is to be a better person today than you were yesterday, and not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. I know my East Coasters, it's getting late, especially for old people like Boober over there. But yes, thank y'all all. I appreciate all of it. But just please click the like button and subscribe. Love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.